Good evening. My name is Jesse Williams. My wife Kelly and I and our 3 children live at 718 Hard Road. I'm here tonight because our family is in serious financial, emotional, and legal distress, and after 2 years of trying to handle this ourselves, we're asking our community for help. In 2024, we purchased our home on Hard Road for $230,000. The property went through the normal real estate process. An FHA appraisal valued the property at $232,000. We're buying from out of state as we prepared to move back to New York for my position at the VA. We believed we were purchasing a fundamentally safe and sound home, a place where our 2-year-old could grow up and where our older kids can come home. After closing, we discovered serious problems never mentioned by any professional, so we had an inspection done which documented major conditions across the house. The roof was described in the inspection as severely deteriorated and beyond its useful life, with missing shingles and the need for full replacement. Contractor reports documented failing shingles and overlay placed over an older roofing system that already needed repair, severe warping or sagging of decking, moisture retention, areas described as non-nailable, fascia rot, and problems with flashing around roof penetration. The FHA appraisal stated just 4 months prior that the roof was in good condition. State Farm satellite imagery showed many of the same damaged shingles present since 2017. They later sent an underwriting letter stating we must repair the roof or we will not be able to renew our home insurance. We decided to have an HVAC tech come out before our first winter, and thank God we did. The HVAC tech discovered the furnace had a cracked heat exchanger, meaning if we had run this furnace, our home would take on carbon monoxide. The tech literally removed the outlet plug from the furnace so we could not plug it back in. The FHA appraiser said all mechanical items were tested and working without issues. The inspection also documented deteriorated siding and fascia, exposed structural components, poor drainage, lack of main water shutoff, basement moisture and mold-like substances, tree trunks as structural supports, electrical and fire safety hazards, plumbing concerns, rodent evidence and excrement in the attic, and a lower-level wood stove with no proper hearth, among other concerns. Total estimates from contractors exceed $100,000 in repairs to bring this property to code. All of this was hidden from us as out-of-state home buyers. These facts raise serious questions about how a home with these conditions passed through professional realtors with decades of experience in appraisal, lending, and closing process, let alone qualify for an FHA loan backed by the federal government. Several conditions alone directly contradict HUD Handbook 4000, Period 1 for safety. Because we could not afford an attorney, fees were quoted in 2025 since we had spent our savings purchasing the house. My wife and I filed a lawsuit ourselves in Monroe County Supreme Court. Our case number, E2025-018240. We tried to do literally everything ourselves, but we're not attorneys. Most of the defendants were dismissed due to procedural and pleading failures before evidence was even considered. We learned too late that having evidence is not the same as knowing how to properly present and preserve it in court. We understand that our time to preserve possible appellate rights is now running. So I'm standing here tonight because we're running out of time. The situation has broken our family down financially, mentally, emotionally. We love Webster. We bought this house because of the neighborhood, the schools, the community, and the life we hope to build here. Instead, we've spent 2 years dealing with a broken house, paying for repairs, filing for bankruptcy, home insurance problems, and litigation. We are asking for help that is within the town's lawful and ethical ability to provide. First, thank you to the town for assisting us with our FOIL request on this property and for those whom I've already met. We appreciate your help and believe these records will be preserved and made available through the proper process. Second, we are formally reporting potential unsafe building, fire safety, property maintenance, drainage, electrical safety, structural support, and building code concerns at 718 Hard Road. We're requesting review under Chapter 27 Code Enforcement Procedures and Chapter 119 Building Construction, including the unsafe building provisions of the Webster Town Code. We're asking the town to determine whether any of the documented conditions fall within town enforcement, inspection, permit, or property record authority. And finally, we're asking members of the community for help finding qualified legal counsel. We're facing big businesses in this case, some of which have extensive ties with attorneys in the region. We also know at least one of these parties are included in at least 2 other similar allegations here in Webster. We feel this is a systemic problem, and the families trying to build their lives are less protected than those with money, power, and the ability to hide behind legal rules and contracts. If there are any local attorneys listening tonight, or if anyone listening to this plea knows a local attorney that handles this type of case and is willing to help, we urgently need someone willing to review an organized file before our remaining deadlines expire. We're simply asking for a fair chance to have a qualified attorney look at the evidence before procedural deadlines close the door permanently. We've tried everything we know how to do. We're tired and overwhelmed, but we're still fighting for our family and our home. Tonight, we're asking for our community to help us find a path toward safety, accountability, and meaningfully legal help before time runs out. And once again, thank you so much for the town for your help so far. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
Supervisor?
Yes. I know we're not supposed to answer questions or ask questions, but I'd like to ask Josh and our attorney a question related to his statements.
It's a short agenda. I'll allow it.
Josh or Kyle, have you, either one of you, spoken to this gentleman with respect to his code concerns and safety concerns?
I have not personally spoken with him. I know that our building inspector has been out to the site.
Okay.
Did perform a site visit. Kevin Moore, our building inspector, has been out there.
Okay, so we do have some documentation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.